everybody? Welcome back to... I gotta stop doing this. It's not welcome back, it's welcome to tonight's stream. The second game in the Voice of Cards trilogy, Voice of Cards of Forsaken Maiden. Even though it says new game and my camera is kind of blocking it, it is what it is. But oh, that's right. I had something else open. We're gonna go right into it with the new game. I played it for a little bit to get like some screenshots for the YouTube thumbnails and whatnot, and advert thumbnails.
I shall be your game master for this tale. It is a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to have you too.
Just like this.
It is. So new voice actor.
With choices like this.
Which, makes sense. Usually when you're playing a TTRPG, you shouldn't really have a forever DM. Someone should eventually feel comfortable enough to run their own campaign so that the DM can be a player. I finally got to experience that recently, so Saturday I'm gonna play some more D&D. That's so no stream on Saturday, unfortunately, but streaming today.
That's correct. It doesn't mean anything,
oh,
but still.
To get the mouse cursor off the screen.
You're following along with all this, I trust. Moving on. I believe you're as
Oop,
such.
shit.
I hope you'll have rather more fun keeping the sound on while you play. That said,
yes, it's
rest assured that the game remains enjoyable without sound.
Despite my
just as they are now.
misgrievings with how the story ended in the last game, the soundtrack was actually really good. So far, just with the opening soundtrack, opening theme,
sorted, we're all ready
super good. It kind of reminds me of like
my
not necessarily like sea shanty, but like Sea Town.
Sound of the waves. Oh, how very evocative. Now then, let's begin our tale. Allow me to welcome you to the world. You're about to step into the shoes of the hero of this tale as he sets forth. Said adventure takes place in a remote part of the sea, in which ancient traditions are alive and well. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place as you journey to change fate's promise of untold ruin. I believe in you. I believe your journey will be a success. And on that note, it is time for that journey to begin.
I have yet to see if the peak mechanic makes a comeback yet. I know, unless if I was doing something wrong in the previous game, it didn't really come into much play.
In a secluded grotto, the sound of the waves echoes softly across the rock walls. A solitary young man stands in front of a ship floating in the water. Brush in hand, once he finishes his work, he decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Carve the shipwright's name. It is Baron. We'll always do default, because this is Baron's tale, not FeKard's tale.
This young lad is the hero of our tale, and your window into the world. You're a navigator without a ship, and your soul yearns to set out upon the ocean blue for your own reasons.
Notice how we're the hero of the tale, not our would-be heroes of the tale. So we've upgraded since the previous game.
In the hopes of crafting a partner aboard which you might sail the high seas.
Yahar.
The sound of a wooden box tumbling to the ground rips through the grotto. You heave a deep sigh and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
Find whatever made that noise. So much like in the previous game, it's everything is like it's a card based tile system. So like it's a card aesthetic, but it's really a tile system. I can't select a point in between two cards. It has to be the full card. And our player / party is represented by a chess piece, or at least just a marker. But in the previous game, it looked like more like a chess piece.
Turns out to be a young girl. It looks as though she has knocked over a wooden box packed with shipbuilding supplies and is in quite a panic about it. The girl's name is Laty. You came across her some time ago, collapsed on a beach. You attempted to bring her to a nearby village, but she was quite opposed to the idea for some reason. As such, she has been helping you repair the ship here. You're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over. It's okay, you say in a gentle, reassuring tone. Laty's worried.
Oh, I guess the peak mechanic happened there, but I don't remember it happening much in the previous game, and I doubt that it's
I'm going to the village to get some food.
It's gonna be that much more.
Goodbye. Her forlorn smile, seeing the young woman has lost her ability to speak.
Oh no, how unfortunate.
Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation, and you spend many quiet hours together in the grotto. The scent of the sea and a sense of isolation.
I wonder if it's
The island is bound for ruin and has had its name since before any can really recall. This is Omega Isle. You take a deep breath and then
how to put this analogy? I wonder if it's like a Little Mermaid, like Disney's Little Mermaid analogy. Washed up on the beach, can't speak. Yeah, I don't need to look at the.
You have arrived near the entrance of the village. You spy a shadow skulking about in the midst of a thicket. The shadows fall away to reveal a small monster. It's unusual to see one this close to the village.
Oh no.
It might be cute, but it's still a monster and a threat. You must slay the beast before it can cause trouble or worse in the village.
Perfect. Already getting our murder hobo on.
Don't hold back.
Oh, don't believe me. Believe you me, I will not hold back. So, oh geez, how many skills did we start off last time? I feel like it was only 2. This time, we start off with 3. Already we have a charge mechanic. So generate 1 gem. Air thrust, wind-based attack that lets us add a d6 value to our attack, or we can just stab to deal straight damage. Stab, I don't know when it's gonna really incorporate this, but stab and charge do not have this little icon in the bottom right corner of the picture of the card. That symbol just represents how much mana mana crystal or whatever gem, I don't remember what they exactly call it. To use this skill, I have to use 1 mana crystal to attack. The more mana crystals that something has, generally is going to be a more powerful attack. In general, there's a few instances of in the previous game that some skills that were pretty niche. But yeah, we're gonna enter the Omega Village.
gorgeous flower beds burst with blossoms that will one day wilt and wither away, much like Omega Village itself. This is a village that has accepted its fate to be but a moment in time, destined to fade.
Yeah, it just sounds like that the village is just gonna eventually die out. It's stagnant. What little I've gone into just to get some of the screenshots I needed for stuff, for thumbnails and stuff, it seems like they're using the term ruination as instead of like a disaster that, or a cataclysmic event that leaves everything in ruin. It's more like the apathetic degradation of this village is how it's going to lead into ruin.
The maiden shall fall, he mutters, to no one in particular.
Much like the previous game, each of these cards are going to have go into like a bestiary that will have
the boy says, gazing forlornly at the flowers.
that they'll have like an initial story, and then like a card they'll have a flip side that'll have more story.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Ooh, an accessory shop. Yo, see, this would have been so much helpful in the previous game, is just having a shop to buy rings. And I like how she has like a bowl, a little bowl with like gems in it, like it's a like a mint bowl. So I wonder if, so they got an accessory shop, armor, item, maiden shrine. Wonder if they...
I wish I got to be the maiden, the girl says mournfully, dressed head to toe in maiden garb, and clearly pretending to be such.
Well, if no one else is willing to play the part, why not give it to the person who wants to play the part?
A lone woman diligently cleans the grounds of the maiden shrine.
Oh, that was fast.
The windows are closed, and it's too dark to see much inside. All sound seems to fall away.
Let's check the item shop.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Oh. Oh, ooh, okay. That is definitely... Oh, that'd be actually a lot more helpful. So they got an Omni Salve, which is all allies recover 10 health. So eventually they're probably a quality Omni Salve, which would be, oh, it'd be so much more helpful. Okay, already enjoying this game more than I thought. I enjoyed the other one, the first one, very well up until the end.
The proprietor asks.
And even then, it only bumped it back a little bit.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Okay, so our equipment guy is still our equipment guy. Do we have enough money? No, 212. Ooh, okay. So... Okay, so swords are going to be heavy on attack with low bonus to speed and... Sorry, mid on attack with a little bit in speed and defense. However, the spears are going to be heavy on attack, but minus to defense and speed. which doesn't make sense for the defense. You'd think it would give you a little bit more defense because you got the reach. The short swords, which are lower on the attack, but more defense and more speed. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like
will that be all? The proprietor asks.
Looks like equipment got a buff. Now, to be transparent, one might think that, oh, yeah, they learned their they got all this, time to work on it, and like figure stuff out and change things. Yokotaro, the director of this game, who also did the Nier games, he and his team did basically did all 3 games within 6 months of each other. So the first game came out about 6 months later, the second game came out 6 months later, the third game came out. So
you stop in at the mayor's house and discover that he already has a guest.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it trail off there, not saying anything good or bad about it.
Listen in and learn that they are troubled by monsters that have appeared near the village and have been devouring precious stores of food. The villager sighs deeply. I suppose it's about the end for the village, they say flatly before departing the mayor's home. The man left standing in the room has a certain sagacity about him. He notices you waiting. His name is Grief. As the village's mayor, he spends his days dealing with all manner of happenings around town. He looks to be at a loss over the damage being caused by the monsters. It would likely be a simple matter for you to deal with the beasts. You offer to deal with the monsters, and Grief replies with his thanks. You're always a big help. This is part of your daily routine. You work to sort out the village's troubles in order to procure food to eat.
Yeah, so we seem to be of a more, even though the game says we're a navigator without a ship, we're basically a mercenary.
A monster has appeared before you. It holds what's left of a piece of fruit in its teeth, and its mouth moves restlessly. With a sigh, you mutter, "Let's get this over with then," and ready your weapon.
I do gotta say there is a performance increase between the other game. There's not as much of a delay bringing in the board, so that always helps. So hopefully random encounters won't be as tedious. There you go. That should take him out. And then a basic stab. Excuse me. I'll level up with 1 to health, 1 to defense.
With practiced skill, you swing your weapon. The blade flashes through the monster's throat.
Gruesome.
Merciless. Perfect aim. It would appear that you are quite accustomed to killing.
Oh no.
Wipe the blood off your weapon. As you do, you notice a shadow in the distance. Another monster, perhaps?
Maybe. I do like how it says that, like, you wipe it off instead of You flick the blood off your weapon. Throw a weapon at it.
You take the weapon on your back and aim it carefully before hurling it at the shadow with great force. It flies toward your target, tracing a perfect parabola.
Conk.
However, the tip of the spear strikes just slightly to the side of the shadow, which, whatever the shadow was, it was taken aback by your unexpected assault. It looks like it ran off in the direction of the spire near the village.
Oh, it's a spear. Oh, okay, I get it. Wait, how many weapons do I have? No, not my owned. Shit. It won't let me go to setup, will it? There we go. Okay. Okay, so our main character, our main lead seems to...
You stand before the spirit spire. Despite this,
Oop.
you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monster, and decide to profane the place with your presence.
So this place, so named for the spirits themselves, is one that the villagers do not enter. Despite this, you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monsters, and decide to profane the place with your presence. I clicked too fast because I wanted to not deal with I didn't want to deal with the blah blah blah, the tutorial.
There are some words etched into the door. Worried though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open.
Yeah, so there were so it's you who enter spirit. There are some words etched in the door, but they're weathered and difficult to read. Worried though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open.
You spy the shadow of the monster you encountered earlier. Your insight that
Hands off the A button
has proven a good one.
Yes, A button.
The shadow notices your presence and flies off at blinding speed. You can't help but admire the rapid escape, though it looks like you're back to chasing after a shadow.
Dynamic exit. I don't think there's any treasure. Oops. I'm gonna try to do the jump. I mean, is it a I guess it would be considered a mechanic still. I'm gonna use the jump movement mechanic a bit more often, instead of trying to accomplish it with trying to move diagonal, because we had so many issues with that previously.
However, you're unable to see the monster from where you are.
Yes. Just I love this aesthetic so much. There is there's actually a D&D tool that I use where it's I don't think I have it down here, unfortunately, but it's I think it's called like the Infinity Dungeon. It's literally a deck of cards that you use to make a randomly generated dungeon.
Evinces a sense of deep mystery. The altar is wrought of a strange kind of stone. Its surface polished smooth. It looks as though it's meant for use in some important ritual. You approach the altar, to check that there are no places for monsters to hide themselves away inside it. In reply to the mysterious and unidentifiable voice that suddenly rent the silence, you ask in a sharp tone, "Who's there?" You strain your ears, trying to make out the broken snippets of words echoing off the chamber walls. After speaking a word that rings familiar to your ears, Laty, the voice becomes, "It cannot be." Truly, all signs of the monster you were in pursuit of seem to have
Ooh, that would have been
vanished.
bad. I almost spilt my
For
drink.
the time being, you decide to return to the village
And almost dropped my controller. Jeez, holy kaboli. I am very klutzy tonight. All right, so we heard voices from beyond. We're gonna leave and report our findings. To the elder's house. Do gotta say his
arrive at the mayor's house. There is a young visitor already there. She looks to be making an impassioned request of grief.
Greed's design, spot on. Baron's design, spot on. Laty's design, spot on. Well, looks like she's...
With a wearied voice, Grief replies, "There is no longer any maiden in our village." Admonished, the girl leaves the house with disappointment written across her expression. You inform the mayor that you've taken care of the monsters around town.
I just hope that he's not like the villain.
As thanks for completing the job, the mayor hands you a basket of fruit. Oh, good, you think to yourself. Another day, another basket of fruit.
Yeah, but what about the protein? No, we don't. So the collection is the essentially your, well, collection. It's the equivalent of like a bestiary and other classical JRPG games. That's where we'll see monsters and like people we've encountered. That's where our weapons will show up to log that we've acquired them at some point. Even if we sell them, they'll still be populated in there. It's like a completion thing.
You re-enter the grotto and announce your return. On a normal day, Laty would already have zipped over to greet you. But today, nothing. You walk over to Laty and discover that she is sound asleep. Life in the grotto is not one of creature comforts. Rather, a fair few inconveniences. You've tried several times to bring Laty to the village, but she was adamantly opposed on every occasion. You sometimes catch glimpses of her face while she sleeps. Always it is contorted in anguish, as though she is in the throes of a terrible nightmare. You notice a bulky book lying open next to Laty, filled with carefully drawn words and images. It seems to be some kind of picture book that Laty made herself.
Well, if she's a mute, she could always write what she wants to say. All right. So unfortunately, we got a choice. We can either take a peek or refrain. You don't have an option either way. You just got to look at it.
Overcome your curiosity. You decide to take a look at the picture book. Beside evocative images of deep forests and towering mountain ranges, Laty has written a story patterned after the maiden's myth. The picture book story is set in a small village replete with nature. The village enjoys the promise of peace and tranquility, thanks to the young woman born to be the maiden. The maiden goes before the altar to perform a ritual, which invokes the power of a great spirit to protect the village. You look over the artwork, a spitting recreation of the altar you saw in the spire, and think back on the mysterious voice. The voice claimed it was a spirit, and you're certain it spoke Laty's name. You were so caught up in the thoughts racing through your head that you failed to notice Laty had awakened. Laty seems embarrassed that you've seen her book. Tears prick the corners of her eyes.
Oh, it's not just a book or a storybook. It's like her journal.
If Laty were
It's her diary.
it would be no exaggeration to call her the very light of hope. A protective force that could save the island from its encroaching ruin. With faint expectation tightening your chest, you consider taking her to the altar in the spire.
I don't know why it, oh. We're not considering. We're going to be doing it.
Laty some of the fruit you brought back. She dreamily stuffs some of it into her mouth. Maybe she likes it. You hope so. Your stomach rumbles as you watch her. And together, the two of you enjoy a light meal.
So yeah, the now that we got the portrait back up, I thought it was a staff on his back, not a spear, but it's the butt end of the spear with the point sticking down. Unless if I totally read it. Let me pull that up. Yeah, that's got like a lion or a horse head on it. Not abilities, skills. So she's our magic user and healer. Oh, does everybody have the charge command now? Interesting. Because there's no pass. If you can't do anything, you can still charge. Okay. I played enough to get
and return to the spire.
To get to certain points, but like I never
As you approach,
pretty much skipped a lot of this info.
That Laty clutches close.
So like I didn't put two and two together because I just wanted to get specific screenshots.
You are convinced. Laty has a deep connection to the spire.
This is a pretty decent stat, +4 attack, +3 defense.
Uneasy. Laty takes hold of your sleeve with a tentative touch.
Make sure nothing populates. Doesn't look like it. It only takes once in the bewildering wilds to.
You stand before the altar once more, bathed in an air of mysticism. The light emitting from Laty's staff intensifies, as if indicating its destination.
It's excellent.
In response
The
to
maiden.
an enigmatic voice, Laty's staff exudes a dazzling light.
Yeah, so it seems like the maidens have a magical girl kind of esque property to them,
Maybe
minus the transformation.
it's some kind of strange stuffed animal.
Yeah, it looks like a hand puppet. I am the spirit, calf.
The stuffed toy seems to be affecting a voice of considerable gravitas and choking itself in the process. This creature is called Lack. Though you cannot be certain it speaks the truth, it claims to be a spirit. You approach, hoping to ask about the maiden, but with blinding speed, Lack zooms behind Laty, putting her between you as a shield.
Yes, a great powerful spirit. The hand puppet.
You're the one from before, Lack says, quaking.
You're a monster.
It would appear that you're mistaking the creature for a monster, and doggedly chasing after it has made it rather afraid of you.
All right, so we can either offer it salve, the iron sword, or fruit. We'll just give fruit because I want to keep hold of the salve.
You hold out an offer of reconciliation, and Lack takes it and immediately starts munching away. Between bites, it says, "You've got some good taste there." You're not really sure if the make good worked out, but in any event, Lack looks willing to listen to you now.
I mean, technically it is an offering to appease a spirit.
You ask about the maiden once more, and Lack begins to talk a lot.
Hey, listen.
To enjoy doing so. Just as the maiden's myth handed down amongst the denizens of the island.
Might as well make a Legend of Zelda reference because the last game made it.
Indeed born to be the maiden here. However, she was unable to take up her role. This has caused no small amount of distress over the island's inevitable destiny to sink beneath the raging waves. Lack concludes with a proposal. How's about you go and meet with the other maidens and fetch the maiden's relics? As you had hoped,
Ooh, relics.
Laty appears to be the key to the island's salvation.
Meet the other
This
maidens?
island is not the only one home to a spirit. There are islands throughout this archipelago, and upon each dwells one of the 4 maidens who govern their own spirit. The self-proclaimed spirit explains that if you bring the maidens,
I wonder how many islands you need to actually make an archipelago.
to this spire, Laty,
More than 2, I would assume.
a maiden herself. Laty shows the staff in her hand, wearing an expression that seems to say, "This is a maiden's relic." You ask, should we kill the maidens and steal the relics?
Jeez.
Laty shakes her head rapidly, as if to insist that you definitely should not do that. As Lack explains, each maiden has an attendant, an escort, and protector. This would make it difficult to take the relics by brute force. If Laty becomes a
So
maiden,
either party member or party is still 3, or it might be 4 now.
the island can be saved. The world-changing immensity of what you have just learned echoes in your mind. But it does just so
Well, we now have a quest.
You've been readying a seaworthy vessel for your own purposes. You accept Lack's proposal to help Laty become a maiden. So, you want me to poof you back to the entrance?
Yes, poof me back to the entrance.
You decide to make for the
It's
spire exit.
1 less loading screen. Actually, 2. Yes, 1 less loading screen. Loading transition.
Accompanied by your new allies, you make to enter the village. But Laty seems to find something about this idea disagreeable and clings to a tree nearby, refusing to budge. "Oh, I got this one," says Lack, evidently with some kind of plan in mind. The fluffy creature begins to chant a sort of mysterious spell. Suddenly,
Oh.
Laty's face is transformed into that of an odd old man's. Laty touches her transformed visage and then gives a thumbs up, perhaps as if to say, "Good job."
Why?
You are a god. But Laty looks sideways at you as she walks into the village, her identity now safely hidden.
Oh, that's creepy looking. I don't like that. Okay. It'd be funny if it changed in the party menu too while we were in this section. All right, cool. So we have to go to our house, which is good because I didn't understand the grotto portion at first and thought that Baron lived in the grotto.
Near the wall is adorned with an
But no, it's Laty who was staying in the
scattering of books.
the grotto.
The navigation map is of your own design and depicts the various islands in this region of the sea. It contains information on the maidens of those nearby islands, culled meticulously from books and the tales of passing travelers. Before all of this, you had found yourself unable to merely sit and watch the village's decline, and so planned a voyage to seek aid from the maidens of the other islands.
No, so that's what our plan was. So see, it all comes to full circle.
The back room, you emerge with a carefully polished ship's wheel.
Ooh, look at that.
To your companions. It is the final piece of the ship you restored at the grotto. With it, you will finally be able to set sail on the voyage you have dreamed of for so long. You have made ready for the voyage, but before you set sail, you decide to stop in at the mayor's to say your farewells.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll do just that because I think he looks cool, and it's still
fall over the unfamiliar face behind you. And who do we have here?
Who do we have here? Did you say a traveler?
A traveler, weary from a long journey. Grief looks upon her with sympathy. Changing the subject, you explain to the mayor that you'll be leaving the village for a little while on a voyage to save the island.
You just nonchalantly drop that.
Sure that the mayor, with his love of the village, would see you off with a smile. And yet the moment you explain that you found a maiden who can save the island, his attitude changes like the fickle sea winds, and he voices opposition to your journey.
Uh-oh. Could he be?
Is destined to meet its end, he says. You can practically sense him digging his feet in.
He might be a villain.
Why he, the mayor of the village, would believe something like that. Though each of you hold the island in your hearts, you cannot reconcile the difference of opinion. Like lovers going their separate ways after an acrimonious spat.
I keep seeing Laty,
Though you will be setting out.
old man Laty, in the corner of my eye, and I don't like it.
You believe that your desire to save the island will prove to be the right perspective.
But will it? Or will it go horribly wrong because the town village elder guy knows either a very specific piece of information or a very specific string of information? Oops. Can we go here? No. Okay. Let's see here. Skills? He's got poke. He better get some like decent abilities later on. Let's see what armor has. All right. Oh, anybody can wear armor. Interesting. But certain armor will probably work better for things.
So, you're leaving. The man seems quite concerned. I'll be back before you know it, you tell him, hoping to put him at ease.
Let's see. Anybody got any new dialogue?
Do lend me a hand with the cleaning when you return, she beseeches, never breaking stride with her broom.
Well, if your whole island is destined to sink to the bottom of the ocean, akin to Atlantis, you kind of gotta like make do with whatever. I'm gonna fight some stuff to get them to at least level 2. Okay, here we go. Yeah, otherwise you can charge. Yeah, gems. Nope. I like that. I like that mechanic more than I do the pass. Oh, he doesn't. Oh wait, no, he's got 10 attack.
You did great.
Oh, and I'm already level 3. Ooh, he jumped up. Oh, here we go. Because, yeah, we didn't get a ton of
The ocean sprawls out in all directions, beckoning you to adventure.
yeah, we didn't get a ton of like debuffs in the previous game, which is actually kind of sad. Because I like the damage over time and debuff stuff, but it's just generally outside of MMOs, it's not useful in majority of RPGs. Ooh, Thunderbolt. Sea hair, interesting. All right, so we got 2 ports on this island. Or wharfs, I should say. An event.
You come across an open-air stall. A sign reads, "Goods bought here."
Yes, sure.
As you peer into the stall, its proprietress calls out to you. "This is an exchange shop. We'll pay, but this determines the price," she continues, revealing the die in her hand.
Wholesale premium, So everything's 20% more expensive. Oh wait, no, this is how we sell things. I have someone who can heal. And I would love a boost in money. Normally I wouldn't
It seems she's finished buying for the day. The proprietress begins closing up shop, and you go on your way.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't sell a revive item this early in the game, especially since I don't know how much harder the early game is compared to the previous game was kind of easy up until like the end boss.
Your trusted companion. Once a mere wrecked husk that you labored to bring back to life with months of sweat and toil. You climb up to the stern, and with every bit of care you can muster, you attach the wheel. The final stroke upon the canvas. At last,
Oh,
your ship is finished. The vessel's design is patterned after a great whale. There are a number of mismatched parts, but that particular quirk only makes you love it all the more.
I thought it looked a little weird.
Over your handiwork. You realize that your companion on this upcoming journey will need a name. What would a fitting name be, you ponder?
However, if I was playing a seafaring RPG or a tabletop RPG as a dungeon or as a game master, I would give kind of like a scrap together boat, something that like obviously couldn't take a lot of hits. So like in my mind, this is what I'd give a seafaring party. But oh boy, is it rough looking. All right, so we get to name our ship. Ask Laty for her opinion.
Page from her book, and then scribbles a name down on it. In her small handwriting is written, "The Bon Vent."
The Bon Vent.
According to Lack, the words are a kind of prayer in the language of the spirits for safe passage when bidding one farewell on a long journey. A farewell said before long journeys. The words could make a fitting appellation for your ship.
Yeah, that's a
You're
good
unsure
one.
Just how much you ought to trust Lack or his skill with words. But nonetheless,
Oh, I didn't even get to
decide go
see.
with Laty's suggestion. Together, you load up the Bon Vent with the necessary provisions. Preparations for your departure are now finished.
Weigh anchor.
You throw your hands upon the ship's wheel and shout, "Weigh anchor!" with gusto. Your voyage has begun.
Just remember, everybody, it takes 3 people to sail a ship. At minimum. Spirits dwell upon an archipelago surrounded by sparkling seas. It is on these islands that maidens guarded by their... Oh, okay. To help them keep the island safe since time immemorial. That was pretty quick. Yet one of these isles lack a maiden and can do nothing but wait its ruination. A young seafarer searching for a way to save his home meets a mysterious maiden who has lost both her powers and her voice. That's what levels are for. Self-proclaimed spirit tasks them with gathering the maiden's relics. And so they set sail to see the isles and hear their tales. Bet you we gotta challenge them for it. The Tale of the Departed. Departure, not departed. Trying to read fast because it's going fast. So that's basically the prologue.
Though your ship had long since forgotten the taste of seawater, it nonetheless...
You shouldn't drink seawater.
Like a
You should
fillet
know.
knife through fresh fish. It is your first sea voyage. Laty's eyes glitter as she looks out at the horizon, stretching ever onward over the endless blue expanse. She opens up your homemade navigation map, checking the locations of the islands where the other maidens live. On the island to the south of here lives a beauteous maiden garbed in azure robes, as though the sky itself is wrapped around her. After closing up the map, you grasp the wheel like a familiar old friend and tell the ship where you'd like to go. You now have free rein to sail across the sea, and new tales await you when you put into port on an island where a maiden dwells.
Ooh, kind of a more open worldly style. It's now that your ship is complete, you can sail the seas. Your piece will automatically change on land or sea. Cool. Nice. Okay, so that's... Oop, stop. Jeez, big map. I bet you there's sea battles too. Well, it is to the south. Oh. I interacted with the spot and that.
Hit him off.
Ooh, adorable. Hit him with the thunderbolt. Ooh, and the second. The deeper thunder. Perfect, she leveled up. Ooh, I get a treasure. Oh, there's sell items now. Okay, perfect. All right. I do like that change. So how are we?
You know what it is? Whirlpools are a common occurrence in this area of the sea. It doesn't seem like your ship is capable of crossing them.
What is that? I can see we can continue our trend of having crits every battle. Get some early game grinding in.
You spot something blown into the sky from a whale's spout. It looks like it might fall this way, but it's hard to make out with the sun behind it.
Hit it with your sword because it was a monster.
You hurriedly draw your sword and strike the falling object. It was a monster. It immediately dives back into the sea and swims away, leaving behind a scattering of coral.
Nice. I do like the
Nope. Stop right there.
I'm trying. That's not a coral reef. Those are just rocks.
Don't hold back.
The card representing coral reefs look more like rocks. I mean, it could be a shoal. No, not a shoal. Shoals, maybe. It's just, they're rocks. Oh no, that's one more up.
The great.
All right, so I'm just gonna quickly box us in. Nice. It looked blue. I'm gonna hit it with my sword. I mean, if we can just get a bunch of money, that'd be great. Nope, stop.
Ahoy, matey. It's like
the game is cutting off the game master, it seems. Ooh, what are you? Oh, no. Damn. So it seems like we actually might be needing to have actually a stock of curatives instead of being self-otter. Well, if he attacked, I'm gonna hit him and get him out of here. It, them, she. Yes, we already know this. So things have weaknesses. Things have resistances. Figure it out. It's like using a fire attack on a plant monster. You tend to do better. All right, Laty leveled, Black leveled, And they get to, oh, hold on. I'll have to take a peek at that. I didn't see the, ooh, shipwreck.
You discover a shipwreck. You climb aboard and begin
Ah,
searching for anything.
okay.
useful.
Shipwrecks equal treasure chests.
When you return to your vessel, the shipwreck sinks silently into the sea.
Well, that works out. No. An event. That was an item.
You open your arms wide to catch some sort of item. You gladly accept it as a gift from heaven.
Yeah, so I am. So my strategy for that, if I am paying attention, is to if I see a chunk of brown,
Don't hold back.
it's going to be an item. If it's if it's all gray, it'll be a monster. Ooh, jeez. Oh boy, wasn't this Yanni? Oh, and it restores 10 HP. Okay, cool. Although I wonder how that minus attack, well, it's attack down. I wonder how often that will come into play. Value of 3 dice. Okay, so it's a value attack, and we can crit on it. Ooh, sharp. Okay, cool. Apparently, no, I don't want to view the ability. Apparently, we've already gained immunity to attack down, defense down. So
Ooh, careful. Make sure you don't hit any.
that's for the main character. But if we have
Don't hold back.
anybody else get hit, that the groom skill will actually be kind of helpful. Ooh. I gotta see what max level is
Oh yeah.
for
you
this
can.
room, or for this game. Because that will dictate how much time I spend clearing out the map. Because if it's, or how much extra grinding I have to do outside of just clearing the map. Which, if it's still 30, if it's like any last game, where it's the max level is 30, but max level is 30, but there's only 7 chapters. If there's more chapters and higher level, depending on how it equates to, I may not need to do any extra grinding to hit max level. Because I would love to hit max level before final boss, especially since it's not a this is not like a level 99 game. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't need to use any items yet. Even if I did, I should be able to use heal. Heal for 10 and just be fine. Hit him with a thunderbolt. There we go. That should take him out. I was thinking, like, should I do the try attack? But I'd have to roll. I would have to roll like 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, or sorry, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, 4, 6. You know, basically, I have to roll really well to one-shot him. Ooh, immunity curse. Okay, cool. You know, I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's a little early to give me immunities. It'd be great. It's great though. Like, curse sucked in the last game. Yeah, I could have got the rings, but yeah, you really didn't need anything other than the protection ring, because it was mostly defense. You know, everything, even magic attacks, dealt with defense. Unless if you're weak to it, and then it bypasses some of that defense. Or so it seemed. Because there was monsters that had 50 defense, and we never got over 50 attack without buffs. Like, guaranteed. Oops.
Fight him off.
Okay. Apparently those enemies are called killer frogs.
You approach the remains of a ship floating in the waves. Carefully as you do, Laty pulls something up out of the water. Most of the ink is smeared by seawater, but one page is still legible.
See, month X, day Y, we came across a shipwreck. There are no survivors. What should have been the treasure hole was no more than den of monsters due to number of injuries.
On that same page, you see a map detailing where the shipwreck, deciding that shipwreck treasure may be worth finding. You slip the voyage log into your bag.
Ship treasure and monsters is drawn in a look in the Western Sea. That wasn't kind of scared to be in the blue. I'm gonna be in the light blue. Yeah, let's give it a try. Well, that's 13. One damage. Basic magic strike. Pachoo.
Congrats.
I do have to say is I like this voice, the voice actor much better than the other one, the from the previous game. Ew.
Fight him off.
I would love to just get one more attack increase to make the lightning attack more consistently deal enough damage to take out these water type creatures. Oh, we're at the bottom.
Fight him off.
Yeah, because I can do 16 no problem there. And it just proved me wrong. Shit. I didn't want to do that. Crit. Yeah. Take about. No. Still. Ooh, deal 6. That's actually pretty hefty. Six damage at this point is like 15 or 20 at the towards end game. It's a lot of health. Ooh, an event.
From the south, a small vessel pulls up. You ask the fisherman if he's all right.
Ghost
He
ship.
claims he was fishing west of the South Isle when an eerie vessel suddenly emerged from the fog. Though you're skeptical, Laty quietly writes down details of the man's story.
Southwest.
You open your
I didn't.
wide, and into them falls
Ooh,
a piece
hey.
of fat, tasty-looking fish. Recalling it's about time to eat, you deftly prepare it and share a friendly meal.
Oh wait. Okay, hold on. I think I understand what's going on. I will unlock like the world map will like
Magnificent.
there we go. Expand as I progress. So hopefully Jesus, a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So I might not even have access to it because I haven't actually been on the South Island. And it's southwest of the Southern Island. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh, excuse me. You can't go into an island while you're...
I just want to unlock the map. But then I gotta deal with these guys. You gotta deal with geckos. Or killer frogs. My only solace is that I can, when they're the only things in there, I can have no issue defeating them. Well, not like I had any issue defeating them when they're with people. Oops. No.
You cross the sea and arrive at the South Isle.
Oh, damn you, input.
On the South Isle, you will hear the tale of a maiden in blue.
Wait.
The decision is in your hands.
Get me back out to sea. Because I want to unlock the map. Because there, as far as I'm aware, there's no like bonus to shoot. Oh no. That's not gonna be good. Byron's slow. Baron is slow. Crit? Damn it. Okay. Well. Oh, that, I mean, okay. So that was the correct decision. Because at this stage, it is best to, if you can knock out an enemy right away. I went 3 steps. That's the equivalent of 3 steps.
Show 'em what you got.
Excellent. The issue, it deals damage and poisons. So that's the big issue. That's the big issue I have with that attack. I'm just glad it doesn't do a ton of damage. All right, there's the... Here's the edge. I would like to have an AoE by now, please. Just make this game super easy. Yeah, make all my attacks crits. Give me AoE spells. Okay, whirlpool, whirlpools, and enemy encounter. So that's exactly how that works.
Don't hold back.
Damn, I was hoping to hear back by now. Oh, no, do not charge. Poke. With your... Almost looks like a conductor, conductor stick. Would have been cool if it was like a really large needle. Oh, they've upgraded the Wasp now. And it takes a 6 to outrun it. I think... Ooh, bad roll. Still enough to take it out. I think we've encountered everything. All right, I gotta look it up.
Show them what you got.
Oh, I'll show them what I got. Oop, wrong button. That one. Let's see here. And then poke. What is... No. What is the max level? Deal attack plus 4 water damage to all in. Ooh, nice. All right, hold on. Hold on, man. Okay, it is level 30. Which means we will either... Zlack's level 9. I'm level 7. I say Baron's level 7. Laty's level 8. About to be level 9. They might just have early... They just might have an early level up scale progression leveling curve. There we go. Whereas so they'll have a high leveling curve early on, but then really fall off hard where they won't level as much. That was an enemy. Because I was all gray, and hit it with my sword and get a bunch of monies. Yeah, see, I don't look for what is on the card. I look for the card. Item cards are gonna have top half brown, center white, and then the bottom white with black text. So that's what I look for in that exact order. Is okay, is there brown on the card? Did I see white in the center of the brown? Do I see text? Black text in a white background.
Don't hold back.
And then if it's white, it's not that creamy gray that they use for the monster cards when they're shown not in battle. And it's not the background of these cards either. It's unless if the gold and black is muting how the ivory color Because I guess it's more ivory than like a weird creamy color, or however I described it. Ooh, shipwreck. But first I need to kill the guardians of the shipwreck. I wonder if I should grind grind out to if level 30 is truly the max level. I wonder if I should grind out to max.
You discover a shipwreck. You climb
Ooh,
aboard
protect
and begin searching for anything useful.
All right. I'm definitely going to equip that.
When you return to your vessel, the shipwreck sinks silently into the sea.
I'm going to equip that. I'm going to equip it to probably Laty. So what is her? Yeah, she's got the least amount of health. I guarantee you that protects against water is going to be a resistance type protect, so it's only going to negate 5 damage instead of him being an immunity. Now, they already gave me skills already that grants me immunity, but
Fight him off.
I don't think it'll give me items that grant immunity ever, because that's just too powerful. Because then I can equip it to anybody. Whereas specific immunities are tailored to the character. Oops. All right, let's see if I TPK. Okay. That this is definitely concerning. Only because I don't have, I wish I had a like
Fortune favors the bold.
3 to 4 more defense. Let's see. Well, I'm only 9 health off. Ew, gross. Oh, that was bad. Okay, well, this is doable. This is gonna be 9. Okay, so that is straight damage then. Ooh, icky. No. Heal. You know, I'm probably gonna level if I just fight him. Because as we found out in the previous game, if you can just straight up a level, that's so much easier. And they gave shit experience. Oh, that's not good. Is that a crab? That's a crab. Oh no, that did like nothing. I should have done the other guy. Okay, so we're gonna try attack. Roll high. Oh, yep. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Lightning resists down. Interesting. So you're 10 away. Best to heal. Try attack. Okay, I can see why they gave that attack so early on. Oh, elemental resist down status. It wasn't attack down and restores 10 HP. But I'm not going to be able to. Oh, that was bad. I should have. Why did I do that? Wait, never mind. That was. I was thinking like, oh no. Like, oh yeah, I can use the wind attack. It'll be fine. Fluffiness, make enemy attacks less likely to hit. Ooh, interesting. So he just got an evasion skill. Oops, wrong button. An event.
You discover a shipwreck. You climb aboard
Oh.
and begin searching for anything useful. Now that I think about it, it's just as you expected. You recall the log mentioning the treasure hold becoming a den of monsters, and turn to your comrades, urging them to be prepared for what may lie ahead. Receiving a steady nod from your allies, you quietly unsheath your sword.
All right.
And open the door.
Boss fight. Oh. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. It should take it out. Perfect. And then oh, he is now faster. Depending on how this goes, I should come up with more health. Yes. Okay, cool. Perfect. This will take a few extra turns, but come out of this battle with full health. I'm gonna feel really sad if... Oh no, what did I do? I should have just used the basic magic attack. You can crit on that skill? Okay, cool. I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, I should have just went in for the magic strike instead of thunder. I knew they were a thunder elemental. I need you to get one more attack, please. I need you to be consistent.
The treasure vault is a mess, but you spot a single unscathed chest among the wreckage. You decided when you return to your vessel, the shipwreck sinks silently into the sea.
Ooh, wrong button. There we go.
And fight.
Oh, did we establish if they were weak to thunder? Oh, I was hoping that would have been more. Oh geez, I can't fight these things unless if I do... I misinterpreted what the that hurt. I misinterpreted what the sharpness skill did. Let's see, is there any... I mean, I guess I could do attack down, but I think I rather just charge. Oh, I might as well go this route. Cause then that way I know for certain I'm able to deal damage. Half? Oh, geez. Looks like half rounding down. Let's see here. See if I can get an attack down. Nope. I don't know what I was I don't know what I was expecting with that attack for an animation, but that was pretty spot on. Ooh, wrong button. All right, now we got more rocks and whirlpools.
Fight him off.
Let's see here. 7 and 7. One more attack, one more health. Now the question is, who's faster? I don't think it has wind resistance. I feel like I should get the water card or the water ring for everybody. That might be helpful. But something tells me I'm not going to be...
Okay, how about this? Try sailing around the reefs. We don't want them dashing.
Oh, I can see that being a thing. Your party wants to sail into the reefs, like sail around them. But there's no actual way to sail into the reefs that way, so they sail into the reefs, crashing their boat. I'd do that. I'd feel bad, but I'd do that. And that's why you play that's why you play a space-orientated sailing campaign. An example being Space Jammer. Or Starfinder. I guess you don't really do you do spaceships more in Starfinder. Oh, what to do. Should just get rid of him. The fact they're a meaty. What do we got for health? I think we use the Omni Salve. That was a really crummy roll. All right, Thunderbolt. Something tells me I did the high end of the damage calculation on that. An event? Oh. Item. I saw brown. Mostly brown. Catch it in my arms. Yeah, no, that's super good. All right, so I cleared out all of the map. I do want to head in and see what I can buy. What do we accessory shop? Here we go. Nope. What type of rings do we have on hand? Ring of protection. Oh, I can. Oh, and look, the prices aren't astronomically obscene. To the point where I could probably afford. So I want one more of these. Buy and equip. I do like how Laty can't or not Laty, Lack can't wear rings. He's got no fingers. Now the issue is that never mind, I can buy both. It's gonna tap me out, but I would like to have these. And eventually I'll want to pick up the fire rings. We can probably stay away from the light stay and dark stay for probably until about mid game. If I would have to take a gander or a guess, I would say that I would have to say that the maidens probably or the blue maiden is either water, uses water attacks, or is going to use wind attacks because of the reference of it as if being wrapped up in the sky, or wrapped by the sky itself. I'm trying to see if maybe why would be 800 though? That might be a decent idea. Go heavy on the armor, but then use the short swords for the speed to counteract the speed loss of the heavier armor. Unfortunately, that would mean that I would have to get 700 more gold, which would mean I'd have to grind it a little bit. And then what did we say was in the item shop with a pescatarian or whatever his name was in the last game? Just a bunch of items right off the bat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll be the idea. There might be a different dock at the South Isle. Why would I want to dock there versus docking here? Wait. Huh. Interesting. Trying to think if, because we get additional stuff if we land here, but we don't get that additional stuff when we land here. I'm wondering if there is a a disconnect, like it's two halves of an island, because this one will specifically say that we go to start the what is it, the Azure Maiden's Tale. Oh, Maiden in Blue. No, Tale of the Azure Maiden. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait. In fact, we're gonna actually do that next time on stream. We're gonna go in to the next island. Probably what will trigger the chapter 1 recap. So that'd be a good thing to do on the in the next, so that we can just kind of like, I don't know if I'll make that happen consistently, but this seems like where chapter 1's gonna end. But anywho, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in our wonderful world of ours. Bye bye.